as a whole sanity knows no bounds. Madness thrives on the suffering of the dead, locked in the souls, in the souls of the weak. We have taken refuge here among the mortals, in hope of harvesting on the innocent. Tread lightly in the search for the voices, the stories of the departed, for in the shadows hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of the spirit to the world. In the darkness of your mind hides your own inner demons, brings to life your deepest fears. Do you have what it takes to speak to the dead? Do you accept your own mortality? In the search for life after life, have you ever seen a ghost, spirit, or demon? Have the lights flickered and the room became as cold as death itself? Maybe you have, maybe it was your own subconscious preparing you for death. Come spend some of what's left of your own existence in our search for the answers hidden behind the veil. Shake off the blinders and open your mind's eye. Listen to the story. We are they, we are incarnate, paranormal.
And what is up, everybody? Happy Monday to you. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I gotta say, yeah, I spent yesterday most of the day at work. Not bad. Friday, yeah, I got stuck running late again, but shit happens. This is uh, this is a world I live in, where it just happens. We left off Thursday, hour 45 into Section 2 Dead's Night 1 in Women's. We've caught some good shit coming down from Execution. We've got about 17, 22 minutes left on this section, then an hour and 6 minutes on Section 3. So I'm anticipating at least 4 or 5 more EVPs. It'll help get us back on track because last investigation, what do we have? 145-ish? We keep this up, we're going to have a great investigation on 2 nights, not 3. But that being said, let's jump on into some audio, and I won't waste too long. Yeah, let's get it done.
Banging going on down here now?
Excuse me. So if my level's too low, just let me know. I had to adjust the levels on the mic because I got the windows open. So we're going to hear planes going over.
Oh, okay. There's more planes still present. Right one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm exhausted. Yeah. Okay, I will. Night.
Gotta do. Until we get over to there. Let's bump it up 8. That is kind of low. What's up, Moose? How you doing, bud? And I see TM snuck in too. How you doing, bud? It's almost time for a shot now. Just relaxing tonight. Yesterday at work, we loaded 12 trucks. This morning, we unloaded 7, and we have 5 more to do tomorrow minimum. So it's been busy. So I think we'll kind of get this out of the way. Got my shot. Let's see if I can remember the toast. Here's to the woman with the little red shoes.
I want my duck!
Thank God I was looking at the screen there. I caught that one. Let me see if I can remember the toast. Here's to the woman with the little red shoes. She smokes all my cigarettes and she drinks all my booze. She ain't got her cherry, that ain't no sin, but she still got the box that it came in. Ooh, that's good. And just a heads up, I'm not drinking Jack. That was not Jack Daniels. Let's see if either one of you can guess what I'm shooting. I doubt it. It's not. Oh, Jesus, TM. Not that Jack. The blood of a kitten. No, I'm kidding.
Are we done here?
The blood of kittens.
Are we ready to walk up to the
No, but what I'm shooting is Jameson Orange. And here comes a loud door shut. Be careful. I can't even begin to tell you how dangerous that stuff is. Ooh, I could have probably 4 or 5 shots right now. I wouldn't go to work tomorrow, but I could do them really easy.
Dude, that was outstanding. Feel that isolation in it. Yeah, imagine being in there for the last time and you know you're out now. You notice I said that in the EMT session too. Did you? Yeah. Did you hear me right? A little bit. I mean, if I would have been paying attention really hard, I would have heard what you said, but I try to speak it loud enough to hear, so it's. They can't hear me out of it.
So the good news is Saturday, I did get another video completed. Put all the clips together, one entire movie. So now we've got 3 completely finished. Got Isolation, Kitchen, and one other. Plus my time in the execution chamber. So we're looking good. TM, I'm not watching it. I'm not touching any of it until we all watch it together. I put all the clips together, I put it on a screen, and I don't watch it. I usually play a game while everything's like I said, I don't pre-watch, I don't pre-listen. What we all see on this show together is for the first time. I'm only putting the clips together so we don't have to watch 8-minute clips and I have to keep reloading video. We can pretty much just hit play, sit back, enjoy our popcorn, and watch the movie. Let's all go out to the lobby and get ourselves a snack.
It seems like we're getting a little bit more than 2 people here. Did you just fucking hear that? Yes, I did. It seems like we're getting a little bit more than 2 people here. Did you just fucking hear that? Yes, I did. People in here did. Yeah. All right, guys, we're continuing this into Death Row. Okay, that's still on. Okay. So it might be dead. Oh, it's dead. We're gonna be over the winter.
Milk Duds, popcorn, M&Ms. Red Vines, popcorn, extra butter, and root beer. Actually, you can nix the Red Vines, popcorn, extra butter, and a root beer. I'm good.
Everybody say hi to Chris. All right, let's. So I got one here facing with a dead light. Yeah, that's it. I turned that on too. Yeah. So they're turning it off.
Why do Americans love raw butter?
This is the spot where they do that. They love beating stuff up over here. So we're. So they're turning it off. It's red, yeah. It's. I mean, this is the spot where they do that. They love beating stuff up over here. So what we're gonna do is we're. With a dead light. Yeah, that's it. I turned that on too. Yeah. So they're turning it off.
No.
It's red, yeah. It's. I mean, this is the spot where they do that. They love beating stuff up over here.
No.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put that right there for a split second.
Unless I didn't go back far enough.
Alright, let's. So I got one here facing.
Echo. Unfortunately, it's echo.
With a dead light.
Yeah, that one too.
I turned that on too.
Yeah. So they're turning heat off on it.
It's red, yeah, it's.
I mean, this is the spot where they do that. They love.
Better safe than sorry.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put that right there for a split second. Going to.
Set those restraints on that chair.
What's that?
I just set those restraints on there.
You wanted the whipped cream. It tasted like butter. Could have been a buttercream. A lot of times with cakes, they'll use buttercream instead of whipped cream. A little bit more fattening, but a whole lot better. Well, we don't eat raw butter like off the stick. We melt it, we put it in foods, we fry with it, we cook with it. I've never seen anybody take a chomp out of a butter stick.
What's that?
I have things on there. That alarm was time for stuff. Never mind.
Me kicking the table, and that's 2 bars still. 3 hours, 55 minutes. What we're gonna do is, I'm gonna set this down here on one of the bars. Still in view of the GoPro. We're gonna come back here and do a couple questions.
I'll be back.
All right. All right, no worries, just Chris. I got 2 GoPros just in case here running.
Randy, did you just bang a bunch of bars on iron and then slam this door?
Did what?
Did you bang bars when I shut that door?
No, I just
I
moved.
heard the loudest doors slamming right here.
I just moved the chair.
I heard bars slamming right here.
Okay.
That's busy then.
Yes, it is.
And Jack jumps up on the lap.
All right, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my name is Brent. I'm back for my 5th year here at the good old Nevada State Prison. If you do remember me, there is a box sitting down there on the 2nd cell. Could you walk up and give it a little tap and it will light up like a Christmas tree, please? Now, I want to thank you guys. It's been interesting these past few years. Finally got to experience a couple things here in the prison that have been very humbling for me. You know, I got to go sit in the execution chamber to try to communicate with a few of the gentlemen in there. And Susan made me promise to come over here and speak to the ladies. Unfortunately, Susan wasn't feeling too well, so she had to go home. Tammy is out of town, and Michelle's taking care of some personal business, so none of the sad that they won't be joining us. But if you are you at least happy to see me?
I'm wondering if I should do another shot.
I understand the women here. Some of you were allowed to have your kids in here, living with you. A lot of different things than the men got to deal with. On 15 cells, that doesn't leave a lot of room for you. And you don't exactly have a, good view out of a window.
Do it. What can it hurt? My mind.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but could one of you ladies please come forward and at least tell me what you did to get in here? I don't judge you for your crimes. I am not a vindictive man, and I think women should be treated a lot better. And I think women should be treated.
Echo.
And I think women should be treated a lot better. Honestly, the men should have been over here on this side, and you ladies should have gotten better cells, at least with a view of the mountains. Little inspiration for you. Just me exhaling. Well, like I said, this is my fifth year here. It is definitely not my final. For what I've experienced here tonight, it has given me the energy to want to come back several more times. Now, I might not come back 3 nights, like this year's only 2 nights, because a lot of my friends had to cancel. But next year, definitely 2 nights again. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Each and every time that I come here, you ladies and all the gentlemen make me feel very welcome. You've never done any harm to me, you've never done wrong. And I thank you for it. You've always welcomed me and made it feel like, I don't want to say it feel like home, but you don't make me feel like a stranger.
Kind of quiet.
As I said, my friend Joe that came up here the past 2 years, he wasn't able to be here this year, and he apologizes for it. He had got a new boss at work, which canceled his vacation and took away the ability to be here. Unfortunately, about 3 weeks ago, his father passed away, which really kind of took away from the plans of completely being here. Do you have any words of comfort for him, being that he lost his father? Could you come forward and say those words, please?
This is where I'd really like some evidence. And I mean, really, really want some evidence.
Susan went and got a new tattoo tonight. She's going to be coming in to show you here, hopefully soon. She got a tattoo of a ghost with a cowboy hat. I want you to do the traditional thing is when she comes to show you, I want you to slap the tattoo. It's called setting the tattoo. And I want you to tell her that I told you it was okay. Nothing mean, just a light tap on the arm. Nothing mean, just a friendly little, maybe a little flick. Just to let her know that you see it. Would you do that for me, please? Tap that little box.
If we get evidence off this, I'll do a shot.
Box on the bars.
There's a slap on the bars. What do you think? Yay or nay? I'd say that's a tap on the bars. Not enough to count, but yeah, I did. Yeah, I asked for it. I asked him to slap the bars. I asked her to slap the bars, and I got it. And you guys should know, I'm a man of my word. I live up to it. Salud. Fuck.
Susan, Tammy, and Michelle have been very good to me over these past few years. They've always let me in to speak with you. They've always gone above and beyond. Like I said, because everybody canceled on coming here this year to speak with you, I was the sole person left to come here. And they still opened the doors for me to speak with you. So please, I want you to thank Susan for me. And tell her Brent said thank you. I think that's Chris. It's got to be. Yeah, it's Chris. What's that?
That hallway?
Yeah.
You stare down there, the lights start circling. It gets crazy.
So we move the chair. Not really getting a lot up here.
Yeah?
No.
Sebastian, are you here? What time is it? That's way early. Sebastian, are you here? Susan?
Go ahead.
Susan, are you here? Sally?
Sebastian, I do have a box sitting on the second door there. If you can run up and tap it, it will light up like a Christmas tree. It's got several colored lights on it. Like those little balls that Tammy leaves around for you. It will light up in multiple colors if you run up and hit it. Could you do that for me, please?
Is it hot in here?
Not really.
It's super chilly outside. It's real nice. It's freaking hot in here.
All right, that's the end of section 2. What is that woman's name he's asking for, or is it a guy? Sebastian's a guy, or Sebastian's the spirit of a child. We think Sebastian was the child that died in the fire at Warm Springs Hotel, where the prison now stands. So yeah, we're done with that. Close selected files. No, don't save it. We know what happens when we save that shit. It corrupts it. Delete that. We're on to 3. Oh yeah, we've gotten Sebastian's voice on this show. You know, more than once. That was actually my first and second year at the prison. I haven't gotten him since. Maybe he just doesn't want to interact with men. He interacts more with Susan and the women than he does men. So that is what it is. You can't really control that. And the question is, why do I want another shot? Shit. The answer is I don't. I don't need another one.
I think I heard the GoPro go dead.
Alright.
Yeah. The GoPro go dead.
Alright.
Yeah. Go dead.
Alright.
Yeah. Go dead. Go dead. Go dead. Go dead. Go dead. Go dead. I think I heard the GoPro go dead. I think I heard the GoPro go dead. I think I heard.
There's a breath under mine. We're not going to be able to get this one.
The GoPro go dead. I think I heard 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 the GoPro go
Okay.
dead.
Alright.
Yeah. I heard that beep beep beep. It's like, is it death row or is it, you know? I heard that beep beep beep.
another whisper. Shit. Let's see if we can isolate this. Me saying I heard a GoPro go dead. Which one is it? And there's a hard whisper under my voice. Could it be echo? Absolutely. Well, my voice is almost gone. In the chair? This might be echo. I do not know. One way to find out. Oh, shit. Nope, undo auto heal.
Death row, or is it, you know, what? Death row, or is it, you know, death row, or is it, you know,
No.
death row, or is it, you know,
The light's still on over there.
yeah. That's what's happened the past couple of years. That light is outlasting the batteries.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping we're not getting overheating issues.
Right?
Because last year we lost batteries. We had to basically cut them out.
Damn. Freaking GoPros in there.
And this is on night 2 last year. Deds and I both lost batteries in our one of each of our GoPros. His 7 and my 8. We literally had to get a piece of gaffer's tape it to the battery, and practically force it out of the GoPro because the battery swelled because it overheated. That's, like I said, that's the downside of GoPros. They overheat too much. This year, we had no problem with overheating. You know, knock on wood. We got fortunate.
Overheating problem.
Yeah, but it's,
Because you have one in Death Row, right?
yeah.
I wonder which one it was beeping.
So I have GoPro in women's, death row, and execution. Or execution viewing.
So that sound in the chamber is pretty well muffled for everything outside.
You can hear it, and the GoPro could hear it, but it is muffled because there's steel and glass, you know?
Yeah.
But it's muffled for sure. It's not like talking through a normal window.
I'm wondering if I got anything on EVPs. I'm sure I did.
Oh, probably, dude. There's some strange banging too that I heard just with my ears.
I'm amazed you. I didn't see anything like my face changing or anything.
I didn't see none of that.
Have to wait and see when we go back through the video, huh?
Yeah?
Like from last year, I uploaded all, off night 3, it was like almost 4 hours. I uploaded the entire video without me on it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go back through and watch that ever.
I did watch a bunch of those.
Oh, okay. Sebastian. Are you here, Bud? Susan, Tammy, and Michelle aren't here tonight. You've got myself and Chris. Could you
What's
give
up,
us a sign of
Exus?
your presence, please? I did just hear that. Yeah.
Now that's the crap I was hearing.
I did just hear that.
That's a hard footstep.
I did just hear that. Yeah.
Now that's the crap I was hearing in the hallway.
Could you repeat that for us, please?
So Chris and I both heard that with our own ears.
Could you give us a sign of your presence, please? Could you give us a sign of your presence, please?
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
You've got myself and Chris. Are you here, Bud? Susan, Tammy, and Michelle aren't here tonight. Sebastian. Are you here, Bud? Susan, Tammy, and Michelle aren't here tonight. You've got myself and Chris. Could you give us a sign of your presence, please? I did just hear that. Yeah.
Now that's the crap I was hearing in the hallway.
Could you repeat that for us, please?
So because we both heard that hard footstep with our own ears, we acknowledged it. I'm going to save it. Let's play this a couple more times.
Sebastian. Are you here, Bud? Susan, Tammy, and Michelle aren't here tonight. You've got myself and Chris. Could you give us a sign of your presence, please? I did just hear that. Yeah.
Now that's the crap I was hearing in the hallway.
Could you repeat that for us, please?
Even though it is pretty minuscule, it's very faint, but it is defined. Could it be just a perfectly timed residual energy from the prison, from the metal, from the concrete, from the temperature affecting something? Of course, it could very well be. But the timing of it, the spacing between the question and the response is right in that window to where you want to pay attention. 10, 15, on up to 30 seconds. Right in that window is kind of where you want to be. Yeah, there's immediate responses. Yeah, I asked for something and we got it. Could it be coincidence? Absolutely. But because, you mention a name, you get a response. Could it be something completely coincidental? Yeah, it could. It's 50-50 on that one. It's best judgment.
Now, when you left, I did hear a bang down at the far end. And I did see like the third or fourth cell down, something kind of just Maybe it was me moving the light here, which I'm thinking that's what it was.
But the bang, that's, what could that have been?
It was definitive enough. Sebastian, if you are here, if you don't want to come forward and say something, could you make a big noise for us, please?
Which he just made a small noise. I want something big.
So you guys know what games we like to play. Don't be shy. Why don't you take your baton out and run it down the bars like you did the other?
Moose, nobody knows. All they know, it was a child. They don't even know if it was a boy or a girl. They know it was a child. That's how sketchy some of the records were. When they don't know for sure. This goes back to 1861 or pre-1861.
We are the ones who dwell within.
Epic Realms, thank you for the follow. Welcome into Incarnate Paranormal. We're analyzing my investigations from Nevada State Prison back in September, this last month. So if you think you hear anything, don't hesitate to speak up. If you have any questions regarding the paranormal, please do not hesitate to ask any questions. I'll stop the show to answer your questions the best I can. And lurking, that's fine too. Do appreciate you being here and becoming a part of the community. Thank you.
Day with the girls.
Chris has a good point. If you are one of the guards, remaining in here, run that baton up and down for us. I've never heard it.
I don't believe I actually asked that question. If you are a guard there, ring your nightstick across the bars, that right across the bars. That would be a definitive response to prove it was the spirit of one of the guards there. Granted, one of the guards was a real prick to the women in the prison, from what I understand. So you never know. Are their spirits trapped there too? I think they are. I think there's more than a couple spirits of the guards, because from what Susan, Tammy, Michelle, Chris, and everybody has told me, it's possible that the spirit of one of the guards is keeping some of the spirits of these women from communicating, or even some of the other spirits. Maybe it's just an aggressive spirit that's like, it's quiet time. I don't want you talking in jail. You are not here to talk. You're here to be quiet and reflect. So is it a dominating spirit preventing communication? It's a possibility. But yeah, Moose, to answer your question, take a plush toy bear in there. I might try that next year. I know Susan and Tammy and Michelle, they put flowers in there for the women on the cell doors. I think they've even put chocolate in there. So to put a plush toy for a child, especially since some of the women had their children in the cells there with them at times, maybe a toy would not be such a bad idea. And that is a sign of a good investigator right there. You're thinking outside the box. You're thinking well outside the box. And that's what I try to teach people. Anybody new to the team, I try to teach them that.
Do any of you ladies have any special requests? You heard that.
Oh yeah, that was real big.
The bangs on the cell doors are usually never this defined. That is like a double echo. The first part is definitely a cell door shutting. The second, it's not an echo, because there's a hard click afterwards. I can't make that second part out. As many times as I've investigated this prison, I cannot make that second sound out. Let's try something. Let's do some noise reduction. That second part is actually kind of close. Could be that click be in there with you guys. Absolutely. Absolutely, it could be in there with us. But because there's not a lot to go with it, I don't think I can legitimately count this as evidence. I think it is, but I don't think I can count it. It might be, but again, I'm not debunking it. I'm just not going to count it.
You heard that.
Oh yeah, that was real big.
Thank you for that.
Can you do that again?
And make it louder, please.
Do it again and make it louder. Could you imagine sitting in there and watching one of those cell doors just slam shut? It'd be like, okay, I'm going to go over here for a little bit. I'm going to go back to the hotel and I'm going to change my shorts. If I watch this... Let's go back on that. Tell me honestly, Moose, Vexus, TM, Epic, if you can answer this one. If you were investigating a prison that's been shut down since 2006, last execution was 2012. If you watched a cell door in a shut down part of the prison, you watched a single cell door slide shut and slam, you would not potentially just shit yourself. There's not even any filtering this one. You'd be like, I can hear everybody right now. Their stomachs just gurgling. Be like, I'll be right back. It's gonna be like, get me out of here for a few minutes. You would be asking for whatever it does to do it again, Moose. I call bullshit. I'm a seasoned fucking investigator, and I'd be like, I gotta go check my shorts. It'd be like, this is cool, but I'll be right back. Just hold that thought for a few minutes. I'd fall down crying. You'd be Vexus would be in the fetal position. You'd be like, make it go away. I'm sorry. Mom, help. Mom, help. Make the boogeyman go away. Be like, oh my God. I mean, I investigated a building in Goldfield where it's still from the fire damage back in the 1920s or 30s, I think it was, where it actually heat sealed one of the doors open. I was investigating and I watched the vault. It was a vault. The heavy vault doors, I watched it move about that far. I watched it move about 8 to 10 inches. And I was like, and just straight deer in the headlights. And it shook me for a hot minute. The other guy was like, screw this, I'm out. Most investigators. Remember three.
Yeah, vaguely.
Yeah.
I've got recorders all over, so they'll pick it up.
Yeah, for sure. Plus that pain.
I'm rapidly becoming a big underground success in this town.
And Vexus with the resub. Okay, you know what that means. 2 spins on the wheel. Let's see if I can find the wheel. Spin the wheel. Let me get the beans open. And spin 1. Jalapeno. Fairly light. And sriracha. Okay, I think that's jalapeno and sriracha. We can do that. Jalapeno, sriracha, Vexus. Let me get back to this. Thank you for the sub. Oh, Vexus, thank you. Ooh, that got me the wrong way. Do appreciate it, bud.
What do you do with it? When the recorder. Then
Didn't you say
Yeah,
one
Moose,
on,
you're absolutely right. You can't be scared doing stuff like this. What was it, 3 years previously when I was chased out of cell block 10 or 11? Or was it 9 or 11? By the Shadow. Yeah, that did. It threw me off my game. I knew I had to go back in there. There's only one location that's ever scared me that I will, well, 2. The residential with the demonic I'll never go back to. And building in Tonopah, Nevada, where I had to physically be carried. Excuse me. The building where I had to be physically carried out of. Like I said, they thought I had a heart attack. Thank God I didn't, but it scared the shit out of me.
the one I was carrying.
bars? Did you put one on the bars?
Yeah, the one I was carrying, my H4. What did I do with it? Did I leave it over in execution?
Not it. Thought we grabbed everything out there.
Thought I did. What did I do with it? Could have left it over there. There. I just didn't reach down far enough. There it is. All right. Sorry about that. And I just chair over here.
All right, guys, start playing the game.
Come and play with us
Did you say that?
forever and ever and ever.
Wow. Epic Realms, thank you for the raid of 25. Welcome in, everybody, to Incarnate Paranormal. We are currently analyzing my evidence from my investigation last month of Nevada State Prison. My fifth investigation of the prison. We go through all the audio first. What I do is I set up recorders throughout the prison.
We are the ones who dwell within.
Ronnie Mama, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. What I'll do is I'll set up.
We are the ones who dwell within.
Octavius, thank you for the follow. I set up recorders throughout the prison, so static recorders.
We are the ones who dwell within.
Happy, thank you for the follow. I set up static recorders all throughout the prison.
We are the
Time out.
ones who dwell within.
Bentley, thank you for the follow. Wow, can I get a sentence out? Appreciate it, guys. So I set up static recorders as well as static GoPros throughout the prison, and then I carry a GoPro and a digital recorder with me.
Wop woot.
Thank you for the bits. Hold on a second, guys. I got an emergency here. All right, guys. I've got an emergency downstairs. I'm going to play some audio. Please keep your ears out for some EVPs, and I'll be right back.
All right, this is Brent and Chris inside Women's Nevada State Prison, night 1, visit 5.
It's super strange that I started my recorder right when you started talking.
Weird.
So we were just in the death chamber. You guys were making a racket out here. Can you do that again? You guys remember Brent?
Were you trying to get our attention away from the death chamber because you're worried about something happening to us? Could you make another loud noise for us, please?
Was that traffic noise?
Yeah, that's traffic.
My recorder's picking that up like it's a voice.
It's one downside about this prison. I pick up every motorcycle and car that goes by.
Yeah. They're freaking loud too.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I do apologize. An emergency downstairs. Mom actually took a tumble, so I had to go help her up. But if you guys have any questions regarding Nevada State Prison, my investigations, anything about the paranormal, please do not hesitate to ask. I'll stop the audio. I'll answer any questions that I can. Like I said, this is my 5th investigation of the prison. So yeah, let's try to get some EVPs.
Yep.
Content, but we covered a lot from time to time.
Hey, Sebastian, I have a camera over in Death Row, or next door. Can you go over and turn it off for me, please? It'll beep 3 times really loud. Could you do that for me, please?
So I'll pause this real quick. From time to time, you'll hear us mention the name Sebastian. That is the name the docents of the prison have gotten from a small child. Before Nevada State Prison was built in 1862, there was a place called Warm Springs Hotel on the property. The majority of it was destroyed by a fire. They do know there was a child that died in the fire. They do not know if it was a boy or a girl. So, do spirits of children remain? That's still a question for the ages for any paranormal investigator. Show them the prison. Yes, I will. This is Nevada State Prison. So I've investigated everything you see in this picture, except for the top right, which is an active prison, Warm Springs Prison next door. What kind of protections do you keep the things from following you home to protect from attachments during investigations? Epic Realms, absolutely nothing. I go in 100% open. Yes, it's bitten me in the ass. It did on this investigation. I tell the spirits, you're welcome to use my energy as long as I'm here. Once I leave, you're not allowed to follow me home. You're not allowed to use my energy beyond that point. You can communicate with me however you want. I don't believe in using any kind of protection. So a lot of use of intention. Yes. I set boundaries. I've never thought about putting it that way, but yes. I will tell you right now, like I said, this is my 5th year investigating the prison. This year they let me into the execution chamber. In the execution chamber. I went one step above and beyond. I'll tell you, if you guys watch any of the paranormal shows, Destination Fear, Kalani Ghost Hunter, and a few of the other TV shows have gone in there and investigated with the door open. I went above and beyond. Because I am officially a member now of Nevada State Prison Paranormal, I asked them to handcuff me and put the leg irons on me. So I had not only the handcuffs on, I had the leg irons on. They put me into the execution chamber, into a plastic chair, and shut the door. If I was going to do this, I was going to do it as close to an execution as I actually could. They won't put me on the bed, the lethal injection bed, because it's a museum piece. This is 100% no-no. So it's like, let's just do this as close as we can. Shut the door. And Chris Pitzer, one of the docents, was like, Brent, I can't lock it. What if I have a heart attack outside? Who's going to let you out? I'm like, I'll take my cell phone in. I'll turn it off in case I need to turn it on and call Susan, which is the lead docent of the prison. He's like, are you sure you want to do this? They tried talking me out of it. Whoever goes into the execution chamber gets attacked, gets an attachment, and does not have a good time afterwards. For all the new people here, how many days do you think it took me to feel normal? I've been back roughly a month. I want to see if you guys can get close to this, how long it took me to feel normal. Because this one shook me to my fucking core. Epic? Yes and no. Emotionally, I'm still not the same. Physically, it took me 16 days to get my energy back. I got into the execution my first night there, and I was investigating 2 nights. The second night, I could barely walk. It took every bit of instinct to do that investigation. It's no joke, guys. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Would I do it again? Yeah, I would. But I don't suggest it.
So why are you guys not partying right now? You guys know you want to talk.
Okay, I'd like to show you guys a picture real quick. I hope this is the right one. This is me inside the execution chamber. Of course, you can see the cuffs on. One, look at the side of my neck. That would be on this side. Those are liver spots. You don't see any kind of spots on the side of my neck. Something was trying to, I don't want to say possess me, but use my energy. It's something I'll tell you right now. If you ever have the chance to investigate Nevada State Prison, even do a ghost walk or the day tour, don't do it. They won't. For one, they won't let you if you're not investigating. 2, if you ever investigate, refuse it. And afterwards, our good friend Moose Manic here, Moose Man Inc., pointed out something in the picture that I missed. You see 2 faces. One, he circled them. I'm not a big fan of circling in the paranormal because it suggests that something's there. I'll just keep it zoomed out. The top circle above my head, you can see a face in there. The one right behind me, definitely see a face angled in there. One right on top of my head, I think that's shadow. But the one back here, I think that's a shadow leaning against the wall. I don't think you could convince me otherwise. We can go back to the original. And you could see him clear without any enhancements into the picture. You know, you can clearly see the face above my head. We'll really zoom in on it for you guys. So, it's Yeah, Epic, it's an execution chamber. There's not going to be happy vibes whatsoever. Gotta remember, there was like 62 or 63 people executed in Nevada State Prison. 50 of them were executed in that chamber. Last one was Mr. Daryl Mack. He is probably the nicest spirit in that prison. He's this guy right here. Last person to be executed in Nevada State Prison. He has been seen not only in the execution area, but also down in culinary, in the cafeteria. He was on death row and he was allowed to work in the kitchen. This is probably one of the nicest spirits there. But that's neither here nor there.
Are you still messing with my house? Whoa, I just got the worst headache of all time, dude.
Right after you said D.
Oh, yeah, it's piercing.
But to further divulge into your statement there, Epic, I've been, like I said, 5 times for me. My first time there was not a good investigation. The spirits there royally messed with me. I got stabbed. I got scratched. I got followed back to our Airbnb. My second investigation, they messed with me a little bit. Nothing major. Third, fourth, and fifth, they actually really, really came out and played. They might not fully communicate with you, but they will let you know that they're there. And that they're, I guess, tolerating you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All socials appreciate that.
Gee,
Thank
that's
you.
not nice, bud. Ni hao?
And see if you guys caught that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Gee, that's not nice, bud. Ni hao?
Guy John, first person to be executed. Thrilling Eyes, please no advertising in here. I have a mod in here. Do your job, please. Guy John, first person to be executed by lethal gas in Nevada, was a member of the Hop Sing gang, Chinese gang. So yeah, I said hello in Chinese, ni hao. Never got a response out of that.
Chris does a good job about keeping this prison up and running, keeping things clean. Not nice to attack him when he's doing this for you guys.
You just trying to get my attention? Because I made you come back here?
I rarely get bots, Epic. I get about one a month. But then again, I don't have a lot of viewers.
Guy, if you are here, I do have a question for you. Are you still angry that your friend got away scot-free because he had a better attorney than you? Does that upset you? Could you give us a sign, please?
How often do I try to stream Monday through Friday. Occasionally I'll stream on the weekends. So I try to do it 5 days a week. Generally does not work with my job. So 4 or 5 days a week.
It's dead quiet in here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's all I stream, Epic, is paranormal. No, they don't. And I've gone from talk shows and podcasts to IRL to, just chatting. And it seems like IRL is the best for this. I've emailed Twitch about putting in a paranormal community, but there's not enough people who do it. I think there's about a dozen paranormal channels that stream semi-frequently. They won't do it until they know they can get a full-time audience into the channel, which is kind of a travesty.
At least we have a recorder down there that'll pick up all the bangs.
Yeah. Right in the eye.
Why are you guys messing with Chris?
That's their normal MO. Was that you?
No.
Alright, Gee, thank you. That was good.
Yes, thank you for that.
That was loud, actually.
That sounded like it came from Death Row.
It did. Oh, yeah, I was thinking we should go over there.
Let's go back on that one.
There it is.
Why are you guys messing with Chris?
That's their normal MO. Was that you?
No.
So yeah, Epic, I have enough evidence. Usually when I investigate the prison, I have enough evidence to cover close to a year of analyzing. I've got enough evidence backlogged. I could do 3 to 5 years of streaming and not cover it all. I do not have enough time to go over everything we've never covered on here. And the good thing is I had to delete close to 200 shows because of royalty-free music. Somebody bought the rights to it. I got flagged. I had to delete them. So we can go back and analyze old evidence that I lost on my shows. So I can never run out of content. Ever.
Alright, Gee, thank you. That was good.
Yes, thank you for that.
That was loud, actually.
That sounded like it came from Death Row.
It did. Oh, yeah, I was thinking we should go over there and talk over there. There it is again.
That couldn't be Susan coming back, could it?
No, she's home.
This is
That's
Guy John.
Footsteps.
Yeah, that was loud as
That's
shit.
who we're talking about.
Susan's home, she's not gonna be back.
That's really loud over there.
Do it again, please.
I just heard a nut. I just heard a nut.
Could that be a no? Or could that be a breath? Let's find out. That's a toss-up. Yeah, Epic. I'll throw you a follow after this after the show tonight. What do you guys think? Is that a breath or is that a no? Let's clean it up a hair. It almost sounds like a breath rather than an EVP, rather than a voice. Yeah, it's a breath. I can't count this as evidence. I just can't count it. One for yes, two for no. I'm going with no. I just don't think I can count this. No. I'm gonna debunk that.
I just heard a no.
Even though I said I heard
Why
it.
not? Why not? Now we're getting somewhere, you guys.
If you want us to come over to death row to speak to you, please slam one of those doors.
I'm conflicted on that one. Shit. Yeah, I'm right in the same boat there, Epic.
I just heard a no. If you want us to come over to death row to speak to you, please slam one of those doors.
Epic, I appreciate you being here. Have a great evening, and thank you again for the raid. I can't thank you enough. It really puts a lot of energy back into me when I get a bunch of new viewers in here. So thank you, and bringing a lot of new followers. So it really helps the show, and it helps us grow. Getting the word of the paranormal out here, and people can experience what it's really like to be a true paranormal investigator when you listen to hours and hours of audio and get almost no evidence. This is the real paranormal. This is what you don't see on TV. You know, and people don't realize, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to use Ghost Adventures as an example. I know there's a lot of GA fans out there, Zach, Billy, Aaron, you know, they go into these locations, they cut it down for an hour to 2 hour show. People don't realize they go into these locations for 3, 4, 5, 6 nights, sometimes longer. And they cut everything down to make the show. What it goes on beyond the scenes, I'm really not going to get too much into. I've done it before. But yeah, like when they did the Goldfield Hotel the last time, they rented out the hotel. They bought out the hotel for 1 week, for 7 days, and cut it down into a 2 hour show. So take it as you will with the shows. This is what you don't see.
We'll be more than happy to come talk to you, though. Was that you?
No.
But if you do want to see another paranormal show here on, or not on here, but on YouTube, look up Spirit of Nevada. Spirit of Nevada. They did Nevada State Prison last year. I was a part of it. I am on there. It's a 2-part show. I am on part 2. If you guys want to see us get actual evidence on a show, You go watch it, and you will actually see me get evidence pretty much live on camera. It was a good night.
If you want us to come over there and speak with you, you have my word we will come over there if you can make another loud noise for us.
Keep shuffling around, that was good too. Maybe you're scared of us. Are you guys scared of us? You know what's interesting about tonight? It is super dark outside.
Really?
There's no light, dude. It is jet black outside.
Wow, okay.
Who's in death row over there?
Is that banging coming from over an execution? Could you give us another loud knock, please?
That's definitely an echo. Yeah, echo.
I'm seeing some matrixing. Like the bars are waving.
Right.
I don't know if
When I
I
got up the stairs and I was just looking down the hallway, it seemed like the light down there in the window
Mm-hmm.
started spinning like a kaleidoscope. That's what I
Could
said.
could that be Happy Pants?
Echo.
It could be good because we get so much activity in that hallway. Don't we? You guys love us all this in that hallway.
If you want us to come over to the hallway, give us 2 knocks, please.
And I say the past few years,
Motorcycle.
Banging down at the end of the hallway.
There's 1 knock.
our audio has not been this clear ever.
What, can you not count?
Can you not
I'm
count?
gonna do this once for you. That's 1. That's 2.
Brent being a smartass. Generally, there's a lot of static, a lot of feedback, a lot of just outside ambient noise. The first 2 recorders has been quiet as a
Whoever
church
made that
mouse.
noise, if you had over a 10-year prison sentence in here, could you give us a loud bang, please?
Are you the Blob? Blob, where are you at? We need some action from you, Blob. I know you're creeping around in here somewhere.
So you're gonna hear terms like creeper, blob, and Mr. Happy Pants. Yeah, Mr. Happy Pants. Mr. Happy Pants is
Her little wine down there.
a spirit that kind of hides out between Death Row and Women's and kind of wanders up and down the hall. The Blob has been seen over in Women's, just kind of a mass shadow that just kind of moves around. And the Blob hangs up on D Block and moves up and down, would be the west side of D Block. That's one of the creepiest areas. That is where one of the inmates was hung and set on fire back in the 60s or 70s. So that's been documented. There's been so much in there that it's really hard to dive into it in one show, and I won't. About ready to call it for the night anyway. We try to go about an hour and a half every night. But we did get an EVP last year from one of the cell blocks on top of the hill. My question was there anything the guards or the other prisoners forgot about? We got an EVP of check the sink. And I hope is this the right one? I don't know. Let me, is this the right one? I don't know. Nope, that's Daryl Mack. I don't have the picture handy, but we did find a piece of plastic knife wedged behind the sink. We got an EVP saying check the sink, and we found a piece of knife wedged in the sink. I'll see if I can find that picture for you guys for tomorrow night. It blew my mind. The docent you're hearing here on audio tonight, Chris, we went up there. He's like, dude, we got to check this out if you got the evidence. We went in there, and he had to get a little pocket tool out and actually get a pair of pliers and pull this piece of knife out from behind the sink. They actually gave me the piece of knife to bring home. So yeah, I brought a piece of knife hidden in a prison home with me. I'm not the brightest human being on the planet. What kind of attachments does that have? Was it going to be a makeshift weapon? Was it going to be used to, cut drugs? What was it going to be used for? And what prisoner had it? That is impossible to find out. But we have our beliefs. And we'll get into that tomorrow night. I'll talk about some of the upper cell block and some of the stuff we've experienced up there. We'll get more back into the audio tomorrow night as well. Let me get a timestamp here. I do thank all the new followers and all the new viewers tonight. You guys have been amazing. Don't hesitate to ask any questions about the paranormal, anything about the prison if you want to know. You guys have been amazing. I thank you so much. Moose, I thank you. Vexus, again, if you're still here for the new sub, all the new followers, and especially Epic for the raid. You guys have truly, truly been just spectacular. Have a great night. God bless. And I'll see you all tomorrow night. Thanks again.